How you doing? Welcome to Russ Says What Variety Channel. We have a lot to discuss today. As we're having, as we're having our salad, our nice salad for dinner, Mexican chicken salad. I have a lot to discuss. There's a lot going on. A lot going on. Yeah, there's a lot to discuss. A lot going on. Welcome to Russ Says What Variety Channel. A subscriber of mine. Sent me a video from G2E today. I told you I got people at G2E that are in the conference. I just uploaded NFL preview of the NFL slots by Aristocrat. It's coming out in 2024. And one of my subscribers went to the conference. It wasn't a very good video. Hopefully, next day will probably get a little bit better. If not, I'm not going to upload it because it looks like shit anyhow. And I've been living in this apartment for 5 years, paying the same amount of rent, right? My landlord wants to up my rent another $100. I've had multiple problems with this apartment. They're willing to give me the apartment next door for $1,400 a month, which is not that bad. It's not. Living in New York is not cheap. Living in New York is not cheap at all. There's people paying $2,500 a month for rent. But literally, I would have to still work the way I'm working anyhow, right? Still have to go to work, right? Can't live for free. My dad comes up with some suggestions. One, he says you should live with somebody for a year before you really before whatever. There's a 1-bedroom apartment, like $100. I've been here 5 years because they don't want to do any of the work. They said they can't do any of the work because there's stuff that needs to be fixed in his apartment, and they won't do any of the work. Like, they took over a private 2-family house. They knew a lot of work to be done. But there's an apartment on the other side. It's a lot bigger than this one, but they want to raise my rent another $300. $1,400 a month is still a lot of money. Living yeah, I mean, you have to live with them. I mean, look, I could afford up to $1,600 a month. That's not a problem. If I could throw $1,000 in a slot machine, right? I could definitely afford to pay rent. That's not a problem. That's not a problem one bit. It's just I don't want to give my whole like if I'm working if I'm working 140 hours a month at the apartment building and I'm working whatever hours I get to the garden. I don't want to give all my rent into I don't want to give all my money into rent. That's not good. But there's other people that are homeless that are literally on YouTube e-begging all the time. Mm. I mean, nothing for nothing. It's good to have somebody around. It's good to have somebody around that's organized. Yeah, everything's going up. It's ridiculous. Um, like anybody that lives with me will have to contribute to the house. If I'm to move next door, right? It's a lot. It's a lot to do. It's a lot to pick up. It's a lot to pick up. It's a lot of things to move. It's not like you're not. It's not like you just pick up everything and move out. There's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of clothing. There's a lot of stuff I would have to move. You just don't get up and you just don't get up and move. There's a lot. Like every time, say somebody moves out of the apartment, right? You have to box everything up. You have to box everything up. You have to um. And it's just a lot of stuff to move. And if this apartment next door is just as furnished as this apartment, but I would still have to box it. I would have to like take out all my stuff. I would have, it takes like I would need a couple of days. I mean, I have the shopping wagon, but I would need a couple of days free in order for me to like move all my stuff next door. I mean, I have tons. I have a ton of stuff. I'm like, I didn't realize I didn't realize how much crap I have. I don't think anybody I don't think anybody really realizes like how much stuff they have until they actually move. Like every time I've moved in the past, you know, you get stuff, sometimes you throw it out. Put everything into the squad mobile and make multiple trips. Squad mobile is great. I don't even have to I don't even have to pay gas for the squad mobile. And let me tell you something. Any woman that lives with me is not my maid. Not my mother, not my maid, my is my equal. Is my total equal. They shouldn't be a slave. They should be able to do what they want. They should be able to come and go as they please. They're nobody's slave. Opposite sex, okay? The opposite sex of a male and female relationship, or male and male relationship, or a female female relationship should be treated equally. It should be it should be nobody is better than anybody else. Everybody should be treated fairly. Everybody should have understanding of stuff. So we'll find out. Oh, and I want to also say, congratulations the What Squad, and Ross Says Rob Variety channel. We are over 5,000 subscribers on the channel. We're at 5,012 subscribers right now. Well, considering that I've been in here the last, you know, 5 years and I paid the same rent, kind of kind of getting a break because I know how much all these other apartments cost, but still, it's like you gotta realize like I really don't want to move. I really don't want to move too far because I'm looking into like I'm looking into the next 20 years. Any gaming coming up? Possibility. Never know. Never know. We gotta see what's holds in the future. They did open up a new all you can eat place in Bayside, which we will go to for lunch one day. I know Simon's at G2E too. Well, they said they don't want to raise my rent, but well, all the other stuff going up, the gas and electric. I'm not really home that much, but I can understand that. Now I have a good landlord. You know, some landlords are like this. Some landlords are lemon. Hey, hey, what's up, KP not USA? Miss Copo even. Some landlords are lemon, and the other ones are limes. Someone and some landlords are like an apple, and some are like an orange. But most of them I dealt with are lemons or limes. Let me tell you something. I make I make more than enough money to afford any type of habit I want because I go to work. Even on my slowest month of the year, which is July, I still make more than enough money where I can afford my rent and stuff. I mean, the gambling thing is just on the side, right? That's not it's not a lifestyle for me. Paying my rent, going to movies and all that stuff. Some people have a good idea. I mean, whoever's gonna live with me, they're not. You're gonna have to go out and find a job, and you're gonna have to help with rent. I'm not doing it all on my own. No freebies. You know, no freebies. Uh, just consider the price of an orange, okay, or an apple. How much does an apple or orange cost, right? Then, how much does this bottle of wine cost? You believe? How much do you think this bottle of wine costs? I mean, look, that's why people don't move because they don't want to pay more rent than they're already paying. There's a guy. I don't know how much that Ahu. Actually, the way you figured it out, right? You take a picture of it. This is what somebody told me. What somebody told me, right? So somebody told me is you take a picture of a certain thing, right? Not me. You take a picture of a certain thing, then you go to Google, right? You go to Google, right? And then you put the pretty much what it is in the. Oh, this is cheap, $9. This is a cheap bottle of wine. It's only $9. So that's how you look up certain stuff, like how much a certain thing will cost. You take a picture of the product, and then Google will look it up, and it'll tell you about the year of the wine, how much the wine actually costs in the store. Cost the newer the wine, cost the newer the wine, the more expensive it's going to be. Hey, you know what? Well, this free food is not really free food. I work at the garden, so I do the overnight building trash. Not really free. Like we pretty much have events, and then after the event, a lot of the food they want to just throw out. Catering company that's been catered by a company, but they don't want to take the stuff with them, right? So they leave it behind. So the, pretty much pretty much the person is cleaning the locker room. We had They leave behind sodas and waters, and juices, milks, a lot of stuff, breads. What's so? Yeah, during the pandemic they were doing that. Stopped 2 years ago. During the pandemic, I didn't have a hard I had a hard time paying rent. Right, I was only working one job. Right, but all these jobs now are paying $17 up. So if you're at a job and you're making $17 up, you know one job's paying $17 up, the other job's paying $25 up, the other job's paying $20 up. Right, you're gonna be able to afford things. Even if you cut back, say you cut back your overnight job during the summertime, but you still have your apartment building job, which pretty much covers all your rent and all your transportation, your cell phone or what's up, right? I mean, yeah, I can understand like certain things. I can understand. Maybe I wasn't nice to certain people. And maybe I should have learned to be a better human being. And what so? But you know something? When I'm working in this apartment building and somebody they going through the bottles in the back, I know they're looking for the bottles because it's like they're trying to make some money off the bottles, and so there's a whole bunch of people that go around the neighborhood and they go to every building and they're looking for bottles, and then what they do is they put the bottles in a whole bunch of bags, right? Then they put it in the truck, so they get paid per truckload. And what's up? I can't. Oh my god, it's 8:12 already. Jeez Louise. So what happens? I was like spent the whole day freaking sleeping. I missed a lot of stuff going on today. Man, what the heck happened? I was tired. Very interesting. Very interesting. You just never know like certain stuff. And then we got a new episode. We got There's a lot of stuff going on today. Tuesday night. There's a lot of stuff going on. Man, man, there's a lot of stuff going on today. There's an AEW episode tonight. There's NXT. Wow. There's a. Oh, I didn't realize there's so much stuff going on tonight. You know? Well, during the pandemic, it was really hard. I was working this one job. I was walking to work, and then I was taking the bus home, and then I would get food from the pantries, from the city pantries. I wasn't working at the garden. I wasn't working at Cityville until they let people back in. That was for like over. I was for over a year. I was on a budget. Not how I am now. You know. Now I'm pretty good, but the year of pandemic really put me back. Good salad. You know, you're very good salad. So I'm really considering taking that apartment next door because this apartment, even though I really don't want to move out of this apartment has its problems. But if I'm taking that apartment next door, I don't want them to raise my rent. Yeah, I don't want them to raise my rent every single year because then I'm going to be just working to pay rent, right? I'm working to pay freaking rent. And I can understand they don't want to like do any work. They don't want to fix no pipes. You know, the most I've ever paid for rent was $1,600. I had a 2 bedroom apartment down the block in Bayside. What happened was I was working at the college and I was working all these other jobs. I was hardly ever home. I want to have some type of I want to have some type of social life too on the side. I mean, might not always be doing slots, right? Which is not really important to me. It's not as important to me as the next person because I'm not making any money off it. If I was a if I was a big channel like Brian Christopher, Raja, and stuff, Lady Luck, this is their career, yeah. What's up, the Servant David Show? How are you doing? What do you get in the mail today? You going? You going? You going to a tournament for a cruise? That's good. You remember how it's always good. So whoever I'm with, I want them to be able to like help me out with rent. I want them to be able to help me out with the house. I want them to be around for me, you know. Yeah. But I want to also want to travel. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to the plays. But it's kind of hard doing it on. It's kind of hard doing it on your own. You know, like you got to really weigh down your options. You know, do you live by yourself and work 70 plus hours a week, and then a lot of your money goes into your rent and whatever stuff. So you working to live or you living to work? Because whoever I'm with, they have to contribute to the house. They have to. They definitely have to contribute to the house, not just like helping keep the house organized, but also they have to help out. There's no freebies. If I have to go to work and I have to kill myself at work, I want the next person. I want the next person to understand that I don't want to do it on my own. I really don't want to do it on my own. To tell you the truth, I don't want to work forever. And the way things will keep going up and up and up, I don't know how people are going to be able to afford anything like when they retire. I don't know if you can even retire. Tell you the truth, because like just the rent and everything is just too high. That's why most people move out in New York because it's so expensive. Figure you're figure you're paying X amount of money per month, right? For rent. If you're paying X amount of money for food, transportation, your cell phone, these things, right? These things are a pretty penny. You know, we got accustomed. We got accustomed to life being simple. Life is not always that simple. So whoever lives with me, they're gonna have to contribute to the house. They're gonna. I don't want somebody that doesn't want to be around, that doesn't want to do stuff, that doesn't want to go to movies, that doesn't want to go to plays, that doesn't want to have, you know, that doesn't want to do stuff. I don't want anybody. I want somebody that is a hard worker, that is dedicated, that helps out people, and that cares. Wow, these shorts are doing good. Yeah, so the videos I've been seeing for G2E have not been good at all. Like the camera work sucks. At least when I got banned, my camera work wasn't that half bad. But to actually live stream at G2E, the reception's horrible anyhow. But a lot of the new games I've seen, some of them are actually interesting. I'm hoping somebody else who's live streaming, who's live streaming. Nobody's live streaming it. Nobody has Nobody has permission. They all put up videos or premieres. Yeah, but I might I might have a premiere about the G2E in the once it's over with, because I'm banned from it anyhow. But I might do a premiere because a couple of my subscribers that are in Vegas are sending me videos of all the new games and all the all the slots that are going on. So a couple of my subscribers are sending me videos of the new slots that are possibly coming out for the near future. So you never know. You never know with certain things and other stuff. I mean, I like Konami. I like Aristocrat. I like I like it. I like a lot of stuff. New stuff is coming out. I mean, I watch Pomsy. I watch a lot of the Vegas streamers. Uh, I watch a lot of stuff that is going on. A lot of a lot of new stuff that is coming out in the near future and all that. I like watching the new slots that are coming out. New gaming expos. New foods, new travel places. Um, New video games, and what's up? Well, Pomsy and Greta, right? They're very well off. They're very well off. He's a he had his original channel, and then they went over to do the slots. I don't know if that's gonna be their downfall, but I don't think so because they have such a big following, and people keep following them. So I think they're gonna keep. I think they're gonna as a channel. I think they're gonna keep growing, and yeah, his content and his editing skills and everything else is really good. I've seen some G2E videos already. You know, as you know, people are posting it on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. You know, but they're being very careful because if you screw up, you're gonna get banned. And once you get banned from a gaming conference like that, they don't take you off the ban list. It's very hard to get off the ban list. So yeah, next week I'm off Sunday and Friday, and then the following week I'll be off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday from the garden. So yeah, you want to make sure like whoever you're living with, you understand each other and that you want to like have each other's back. You just don't want to like live with them for one thing. You want to be able to like live with them for a long time. You want to care about each other. You want to complete each other. Like some people don't like social media. Some people don't like be on videos all the time. Some people don't like doing certain things. Like I understand. I get it. Like Yo Angie would say, I get it. I totally get it. I totally understand about people not being want to be on social media and stuff. I get it. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm telling you, whoever's with me, they're gonna have to contribute to the house because if my rent's going up and I have to work the way I'm working, you have to help me out. Yeah, I'm not. This is not no freebie. Like this orange, this lemon, this apple, this Diet Coke, this hummus, this wine. It's not free. Even these candles are not free. Nothing is free. If you like the clothing I'm wearing, it's not free. Nothing is free. You have to work. You have to get your hands dirty. I mean, you might be tired. You might be tired. Like I'm really considering taking that apartment next door with the right person, and moving out of this dump, and moving to next door where I don't have to where it's a lot bigger. I'm considering it because I want the best, but I have another 20 years to work, so I don't want to like keep working and working and working and working. Just keep giving money away, money away, and money away, and money away. It's crazy. If somebody is living with me, they pay a quarter of the rent or half the rent. That's a big help. Because if your rent's like $1,400 a month, and each one is paying $700 a month, right? It makes their life a lot easier. You know, it all depends. You can have the one that is successful, that had a career, that will pretty much pay your whole rent for you. All they want from you is you being able to be around and do stuff together, you know, and I can understand. I get it. I get it. If you watch Joe Angie and Coffee Joe, they're a good example of a great couple. They're a good example of a great couple that's been around, been together a long time. I mean, they might, you know, bicker back and forth at each other, but they love each other very, very much. You know, like one might be nuttier than the other, but I get it. I get it. They love each other. You know, they put up with each other's bullshit. You know, but they in the end they care about each other very much. You know, one's a social media guru, and you know, walking and knows a lot about New York and what so. Another one is a coffee addict, goes to work, kind of a goofball, and but you know, also likes going places, eating stuff, and doing that. You know, personally, I like the European group. I like the people that are not born in America because they understand a lot more. People from Colombia understand. People from Norwegian understand. People from Nigeria even understand that you have to work hard. If you're gonna get married to somebody or you're gonna live with somebody, you're gonna have to contribute. Because doing it by yourself is good and all, but you get tired. I get it. I get it. You get tired. I get it. Well, the one that one did not work out. That was a one date and done, but she had a really good job. The one that drove me to the buffet, but she had a whole bunch of kids too. You know, she lived in New Jersey, but you know, she had was doing real estate and other stuff. Like my dad says Miriam is the best person, absolute best person. He likes her. He's met her. He he likes how more organized. Like I'm not organized like she is. Like I'm not marrying anybody yet. I'm not marrying anybody yet. But I'm not marrying anybody yet. But I have to get to a point where, you know, I have to get to a point where you gotta stop playing around. I mean, I'm very determined, but I have to make the right decision because if I make the wrong decision, it's not gonna be good. I have to make the right decision. I seriously have to make the right decision because whoever lives with me, like I can't go backwards. I can't go backwards. Imagine the Marcel marital discussion we will have on Rosa's What Variety channel. Imagine. Hey, I put up a poll. You guys said who you think I should be, who you guys think I should be in a serious relationship in, right? When I put up a poll and people, but then if I move back next door, then I have to I have to switch my mailing address, and then I have to switch it on my ID. That's annoying. It's all annoying. It's all like this is like. It's all annoying to me. Somewhere must have given you some advice. Yeah, Ross. One thing is true. Ross is gonna do what Ross is gonna do. Well, Ross has to do what Ross has to do. Ross got to do the right thing. Ross got to look at the big picture. You know, we do need a cold shopping stream, right? Need some new pants. Need some new khakis. We need to figure out a day to go to Kohl's. Don't need t-shirts, don't need underwear, don't need socks, don't need shoes, don't need sneakers, don't need food. Got plenty of that. Got plenty of food. I don't need that. When you have plenty of things, when you have plenty of things, you know, like you can't like they also have the new all you eat Korean BBQ place, right? That could go for a lunch one day. You know, the random porn was good too. Oh, so yeah, I'm figuring this. I got a contract at the Garden is gonna be up next year. City Field, money's going up. Everything's going up. Everything where I work is going up. Like hummus, hummus. Everything going up in price. Like you think this orange costs $1? I think it costs more than $1. I know if you buy this can of soda in the city, it's about $2. Some places it's $1. But everything, all the prices of everything is going up big time. Like the shirt I'm wearing, usually in the Garden they sell it for 40. I bought it off the street was $20. Sneakers I'm wearing are $60 and up. Socks I'm wearing, you get like a 12 pack. You know, $10 to $20. If you get a haircut for yourself, it's about probably $20. Um, cell phones, cell phone for like this, right? Or a cell phone I'm streaming on, $1,000 and up. That's why they do the cell phone plans. But yeah, I want to make the right decision. I don't want to like be stupid about it. So it is what it is. We got 24 people watching, one thumbs up. What kind of show is this? Why didn't they say 4 people minimum to even sit down? That was in Flushing. Remember that was in Flushing. Bayside I called up is like you got one person and you can still eat. But in Flushing, you know, it's different. Well, remember like when you watch the Elvis movie, right? Elvis, you learn all his moves from the African American guy. He learned all his moves from the African American guy. Okay. Um, his wife Priscilla. I'm thinking he was in the army, and she was like kind of like that's how he met her in the army, Priscilla. But then he had a music career, and um his manager had a heavy gambling addiction. So he kept on working Elvis. Oh my god. So annoying. He kept on working Elvis. He kept on working Elvis and Elvis and Elvis. So to pay for his gambling addiction. To pay for his gambling addiction. Because, see, the guy was booking Elvis as a mainstay in Vegas, and Elvis wanted to tour the world. He didn't want to stay in one place. So he kept on drugging up Elvis, and then pretty much his drugs killed him. Have you ever seen the Elvis movie? They're also doing a movie about. Oh my god. They're also doing a movie about Priscilla, his wife. Like what she went through, like with him being married to her, like his addictions and what so. You know, like he had some pretty his manager like was treated him like a farm animal, right? He died pretty young. He died pretty young. He died in 1977, August August 16th, 1977. He was only 42 years old. He died at his stay at Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee at age 42. He was married to Priscilla Presley. Lisa Marie Presley was his daughter. Lisa Marie Presley was married to Michael Jackson. They had three. They had Michael Jackson had three kids. You know, Elvis died in 1973. Presley gave the first concert by a solo artist to be broadcast around the world. Aloha from Hawaii. However, years of a prescription drugs abuse and unhealthy eating habits severely compressed his health, and Presley died suddenly in 1977 at Graceland Estate at age 42. But people don't know. People don't know that. But Elvis's manager was a crook. Elvis's manager tangled. Elvis Presley's tangled relationship with Colonel Tom Parker is brought to life on the big screen inside the very shady past of the ex-Carney crook turned manager who turned the singer into the rock and roll star. He also had a gambling addiction because he would showcase Elvis to Vegas, and Elvis wanted to tour the world, and he when you have a gambling addiction and they're putting the money in front of you, you gotta do what you gotta do. I, I think Blanket changed his name. Who's Blanket? I thought he was older than 42. People be thinking you have Alzheimer's. Laughing out, introduce yourself with Blanket for short. Blanket for short. Alzheimer's, right? Alzheimer's is disease. So yeah, I work with people at the garden, right? One is used to be homeless. Now he works a lot, and he has a serious drinking problem. Still a nice guy, still, but he has a serious drinking problem. Like everybody has their story. Everybody has their story, like about certain things. Like everybody goes to work for a certain reason, you know. I mean, people don't want to work, but they have to work. You think people want to work anymore? You think people are getting tired of working? I know I'm tired. I mean, I get 2 days off. Two. I get two. I get 2 days off a week at the garden. Sometimes three. Right. But I leave my availability open because I want to. I need to make enough money. Like it's expensive. Like when you think about this, say you go to the casino, right? You have a bankroll of $500, right? That $500 ain't lasting that long because if you're playing a slot machine, right? You're playing slot machines and nothing's hidden, right? Unless you get a good hit, you're gonna be done. Many times I've been to the casino, right? With a small bankroll or big bankroll, it doesn't matter. If I'm not getting any good hits. If I'm not getting any good hits, I'm done. You know? Yeah, but they gotta really consider when I work at the garden, I think everybody's underpaid, right? Like when they bring up this new contract, they have to up the rate. I mean, because it's so expensive to live. I mean, you go you go to the Burger King slash slash Popeye that is going to be opening up. They're going to be starting at $17 and up because it's so expensive. It's so expensive. You go to any of these food places, inflation just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, okay, so just say you own a house, right? You own the house, but you still have to pay you still have to pay for your electric per month, you still have to pay for your gas per month. And what so? I mean, you still own a house. You own a house that you live in, but you still have to pay for your electric per month, and you still have to pay for the gas and your house and your water and your taxes on the property. So, even though you own the house on the property, you still have to pay the other stuff per month. So I think it all evens out. So when you rent an apartment, like how I'm renting, right? I'm not paying for my electric. I'm not paying for my gas. I'm not paying for my water. It's all combined into my rent. So if I was to pay $300 more per month, that's pretty much that's pretty much $350 a week for rent in the 7 day rent. 7 day. So if you're paying $350 a week for rent, right? If you're paying $350 a rent a week for rent, so pretty much $350 a week for rent. Let's see. If you divide that by 7 days, I mean that's how you do it. Divide by 7 days. You're paying 50. You're paying $50 a day just to live in an apartment that you're really not at. So you're paying $50 a day to live. So there's 4 weeks in a month. So every day you're paying $50 for rent, and then for your transportation you're paying $3 to $10 a day. So you're $60 a day just to live. Okay, not including your food. Okay, not including your food. About $60 a day. So in order for somebody to do stuff, you have to uh, you have to work. Like when you take a plane to Las Vegas, when you take a plane anywhere, right? You're paying for your flight, and you're paying for your luggage sometimes. and you're paying for other stuff. So it is what it is. I'm really missing it. They took the title off Ray Phoenix and put it back on Moxley. Oh, Orange Cassidy won back the title because Moxley was not healthy enough to wrestle. He still has a concussion for last time. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm missing so much tonight. It's crazy. I'm missing like whatever's going on at NXT today, whatever's going on at AEW today. Man, this is crazy. It's just too much going on tonight. Because they moved a lot of stuff to. But a lot of the streamers are not even showing any of this stuff. A lot of streamers are not showing any of what's going on. And I thought they would show what's going on, but they're not showing what's going on. Well, I'll tell you, this one short that I put up is like almost at 10,000 views. Wow! And we get paid for YouTube this month, I believe. We're gonna get a nice $150 check from YouTube this month because every time it makes like $100 by a certain cutoff point, so that should be good. YouTube Shorts I really don't make that much, but on other stuff I do make pretty well. The new episode of Chucky. Season 3, episode 2 is tomorrow. So you never know. You never know. I mean, I want to do a lot of things. But anyway, we'll chat more about this tomorrow. Thanks for watching Raw Says What Variety Channel. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.